Hello YouTube, it's Kelly, aka Kelisgruvbak. If you're wondering, yes, I have something on my face. I think it's a bug bite or something, but it was bothering me, so I put some calamine lotion on it. I apologize, I'm doing the video with, half of a facial going on, but hey. Um, okay, so I wanted to update you guys. I did a couple videos from the hospital. I really wanted to do more. I totally underestimated how out of it you are when you're on Dilaudid. So, I did do a couple videos. So, okay, day of surgery, Monday, February 14th. I went in, had to be to the hospital by 5:30. I weighed in at 290 pounds. And I went in, they prepped me for surgery. Next thing I know, I was in the operating room, and next thing I know, I was waking up in my room. I didn't even wake up in recovery. I do, however, remember slightly, a little bit of pain and nurses talking over me, something about a date and another about McDonald's, and I kind of grabbed the lady's arm like, pain, and she's like, oh honey, we're working on you. It was really surreal though, because I don't know, I barely remember anything else. I don't remember opening my eyes, but I remember hearing them talking and thinking, hello, I'm right here, I need my pain medicine. um, but that's nothing horrible about the hospital. Don't get me wrong. The hospital stay was great. It was fantastic. They did a great job. Um, okay, so then I was in my room and had a lot of visitors. I remember Lynn and Purple. That's Purple Lynn 7, and Dale, who was Ginny Getting Skinny 2's husband, coming in with a ton of little gifts and flowers, and that was so sweet. I can remember trying to read the card and being too drugged up to read it. I can remember Dale deciding just to open the gifts because I kept putting them to my side, like the side of my bed, like, yeah, okay, thank you guys. I was completely out of it. So they got me a lot of cute little trinkets. It was very sweet of them. Um, so then I remember, of course, my husband was there the whole time, and my mother-in-law. I was so thankful for their support. Later on, when my mom and sisters got off work, they came up, and yeah, I just pretty much remember being pretty drugged up. I mean, they had me on Dilaudid, and um, yeah, so a lot of people came, and I was so grateful for them. I just wish I wasn't so drugged up that I couldn't have a conversation with them. But hey, I was comfortable, and that's what's important. Uh, so hospital stay was 3 days. It was only supposed to be 1 to 2. So you may think like something went wrong, or no, nothing went wrong. Dr. Baker said the surgery went wonderful. No roadblocks or caution signs or anything. It went great, he said. Um, the only thing that I can say happened. Sorry, I got hiccups. Um, the only thing I can say that happened was when the first day I got up to my room at around 11:30 from recovery, and right away I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm trying to get up, and the nurse is like, oh no no no, you just got up. I'm like, oh no, I'm fine, I can do it, and I could, I was fine. I started doing my walks right away because everyone talked about, how if you walk, you get rid of the gas pains and so forth. Then I remember, being in and out of it, and in between my walks, and not in much pain, but of course, again, I had the Dilaudid, so of course I wasn't in that much pain. I then remember just sitting up there waiting to see if Heather was up there or Jenny was up there, because they were having surgery after me, and so was a woman named Kathy, but I did not know Kathy's last name. So, anyways, uh, found out that Heather was out there, and she was doing well too, but she was pretty much out of it because she had come out of surgery after me. So the first day was fine. I was feeling fine. Everyone, all the nurses are like, "Oh my God, you're amazing! I can't believe you're up walking around. Most people are not up walking around yet." And I was like, "Oh, this is not bad. I totally, thought it was going to be worse, and it was not that bad." Then the second day came. And the pain was not that bad still. They took me off the Dilaudid, but they wanted me to drink this lower tab, which is like liquid Vicodin. And for me, I don't like cough syrups and stuff. I mean, just the taste of medicine like gags me. So I started dry heaving. That was awful. I thought my pouch was going to come right up my esophagus and into my mouth, because you know, I was wrenching so hard. I mean, I'm still very heavy, so the force is still there. And yeah, that scared the bejeebus out of me. So after that, you know, I was like, oh God, I don't want to drink anything. You know, I pretty much told the nurse, I'm not in any pain. I don't want to have to drink this lower tab. And she's like, are you sure? You know, most people are feeling painful. And I'm like, no, really, I'm not in pain. I cannot drink that stuff. It's going to make me throw up. So the second day and on, I wasn't even on pain medicine. Um, I ended up having to stay a third day. Well, okay, number one, you can't go home unless you can drink 5 of these little cups. There's the little 1 ounce cups. You have to drink 5 of them. I could not get 5 down. I was sipping and sipping and sipping, and it would take me all day. So on the third day, I woke up at 4 a.m. and I said, you know, can you give me my, you know, my, it's called Isopure or Unjury. I didn't care for the Unjury really, so I did the Isopure, which a lot of people didn't care for, but it had a little bit of an aftertaste, but it was like a liquid popsicle or something. So anyways, I did that. And I asked him at 4 a.m. if I could start because I really wanted to come home. You know, my husband had been up there, my, you know, kids, and oh, it was just a lot. So I was just ready to come home. So I asked them at 4 a.m. if I could start, and they said, you know, sure. So I started. That day I did get the 5 down. By about 1 o'clock, I think, maybe 1 o'clock. Well, then, and by the way, I totally underestimated the surgery as far as when all you guys say you're not hungry. I had no idea that that meant like you don't even want to sip anything, and it's not like out of pain. It's just I'm at a loss for words. I don't really know how to explain it other than you don't give two darns if you drink anything either. So it was kind of weird. Anyway, later on that evening, or not evening, at about 3 o'clock, they come and tell me that my potassium's low. And not too low, but they want to treat it before you go home. You know, potassium is important. And they tell me I need to drink this stuff. Now, I give so much kudos to Jenny getting skinny too, and the other gal Heather, because they had the same issue. And they were able to drink theirs. I took 2 sips of mine. It smelled like a citrusy, almost like a, I don't know, tangerine fruit juice or something. It tasted like salt. And again, anything that tasted bad, I wanted to throw up. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. So I begged the nurse. I didn't really have to beg. I just asked her, and she said, sure. Put an IV in and do it that way. So they put the IV in. At that point, I did not know that potassium can burn your veins. I mean, I guess your veins just don't care for potassium. So it burns a little bit. Well, that was the most pain I had been in since the surgery. I pretty much wanted to rip the darn IV out, but I just called the nurse and said, hey, something's going on. This is burning really bad. And they came. She stopped it, and she went and got a potassium with lidocaine. So if you guys ever need potassium, ask your nurse if they're going to put it in the IV to please get lidocaine so that your arm is numb. Other than that, the other exciting news is that when I left the hospital, okay, so when I went to the hospital, I weighed 290. When I left the hospital, I asked to be weighed, and the lady's like, okay, but don't let it discourage you if you're a little bit heavier because, you know, the fluids that you've been taking in through the IV and just the swelling and inflammation, sometimes you weigh more than when you came in. I said, oh, no, you know, I'm not, I just want to know what my starting point is at the time I go home, which was on the 17th, and I was 282. So it was like, what, 8 pounds? Yeah, 8 pounds lost within just a few days. I thought that was flipping amazing. So I haven't weighed again yet, but my normal weigh-in days are Tuesday. I just wanted to give you guys a brief update. It's already going on 10 minutes, and I've kind of been rambling. So again, I apologize for the half facial. Oh, look. But everything is going good. A lot of people have already commented on how they think I look smaller. I don't really see it yet. Maybe a little bit in my face, but you know, I will see it. That's what the purpose of these videos also. But I can say that some pajamas, because that's all I've really been wearing to keep, you know, everything tight off my stomach, do feel looser. I don't know how much looser, but you figure I went from 319 when I started this, got down to 305 through a regular diet, Then went on my pre-op diet and got down to 290. And now, last I knew, which would have been Thursday, I was 282. So, when you figure all that, I guess, yeah, I have lost. I don't know how much. I'd have to do the math, but it's all good. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Kelly's Groove back. I should be back on Tuesday to give you another update. Thanks a great bunch.